what's up? Welcome to another video, my loves. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please stick around, don't be a stranger, and do consider subscribing. If this is not your first time here, you already know the drill. You better be subscribed, honey. Listen, I love you guys. What am I dropped something on the floor? Let me pick up some paper. And let me tell you why I love you guys. I have been so very inconsistent with my posting, and like really inconsistent. And I looked, and look, I celebrate small victories, guys, but you know, it is what it is. But I looked and I had like, I think 501 subscribers, and I'm like, oh girl, you coming up in the world, you coming up in the world, boo. Let me look and check, because I may be lying, and make sure I ain't lying to you. Oh, I got 502 subscribers. Look, guys, 502. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? It's focusing. You see that, guys? Woo woo. So, boo, we're moving up in the world. I got 502 subscribers. Hey! So, and the last time I looked, I forgot how many I had, but it was like 470, 480 something. I don't remember. But thank you guys for subscribing. I love you guys to pieces. Love you to life, honey. Love you to life. So, oh, let me cut this music down because I don't want any copyright stuff. I know I told you guys that I was going to come and do a video about starting your own boutique, or if you want to start your own boutique and you want to go into a actual brick and mortar location and get out of, you know, online. Because let me tell y'all, stuff was taking over my house. I just could not. Even now my bedroom is like, ugh, because my bedroom still looks like I'm running my boutique out of there, because I still have so much inventory that I actually need to bring over here and put in the actual boutique, because none of my storage areas have clothing in them. They have other stuff, which is crazy. But I want to come on and talk to you guys a little bit and give you guys a little bit of information about how to get started. This may be a 1 or 2 part video. I don't know. It just depends on if I get customers in here and I have to stop, because it's been really steady. I had my grand opening on the 26th, and guys, if you are watching this and you are someone who supported me, thank you so much, because it has been amazing, my loves. When I tell you guys that I set a budget on what I wanted to make, like, for the week, and I've already made that, you know. And even when I did my grand opening, I set a daily budget. Okay, so I said, so Constance, you know, you're new in your space. Yes, people know about you, but I don't know how much support I'm gonna get. Even though I prayed, I talked to God, I manifested, you know what I'm saying? So guys, but you know how you still have that little doubt in the back of your mind, and I always tell myself, girl, stop doubting yourself, because boo, at the end of the day, you are the bomb.com, baby. You are the bomb.com, and people love you, and your inventory, your products are like that. So don't question yourself. We are always our own worst enemy, guys. So my budget that I set for the day on the 26th, I had already exceeded that before 2 p.m. and I was so proud of myself. My weekly budget today is the it's July something, July 3rd. I opened on the 26th. Today is July 3rd. I set a budget on what I wanted to, well, not a budget, but I set a goal on what I wanted to make my first week opening. You know, I opened on the 26th, guys. Today is July 3rd. I have already almost tripled that goal with my online sales and my in-store sales. I'm so glad I purchased as much stuff as I did, because I don't want my boutique to be messy. And to me, when you go into places and it's just a lot of stuff, to me that's messy. My brain tells me we're not doing it. Is my camera down? Oh no, I thought my camera was down, guys. So when people come in, if they don't see their sizes, I'm like, you know what, just ask me for your size and I get it. Because let me show y'all the boutique, because I don't like a lot of stuff. I can't. But if their size is not out here, I have it. you know, I have it. So yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys around the boutique, and I'm so glad that I did my stuff the way that I did it, because I just don't like a lot of stuff. And when people come in here, they are comfortable. So many women come in here, and I've had some men come in here and purchase things for their girlfriends and their wives. They come in here and they're like, you know, when we come in here, you don't have stuff everywhere, and we can see clear, we can see what we want, we're not overwhelmed. If I don't have the size hanging up there, ask me for the size, because everything that I purchase, I have at least 15 to 16 of that item in every size. So like, you know, my jumpsuits that I purchased, you know, I purchased 15 to 16 in smalls. I purchased either 15 or 16, because my vendors that I purchase from, they don't put an amount on how many you have to purchase, but I purchase either 15 or 16 depending on what the item is. And the number 15 and the number 16, both of those numbers mean something significant to me. So that's why when I make my purchases, I always do either 15 or 16 of them. I know it's crazy, I'm a little quirky, but it is what it is. So, but like in each size, I got either 15 of the items or 16 of the items. Of course, I don't have them out on the floor, because that's just too much. I can't do it. But like I said, when the customer comes in and they ask for it, I can go pull it for them and get it to them. Let me show you guys. Camera fell. Let me show you guys. And I know I got bags under my eyes, guys. I'm tired as hell. Let me tell y'all, my days are spent like, because I still work full time. So I still work, you know, so I go from work to, I go from like my regular job to here at my boutique to home, spending time with my kids, and then I'm in the NICU all night, every night, and then I start that over. So then when I'm at the NICU, even though I'm there and I could be sleeping, I'm not sleeping. So it is what it is. I'm sorry, guys. Not really. You don't like it, that's your problem, not mine. Okay, but let me show you. So I have one thing hanging in one. I'm gonna take that down, because to me that looks so stupid. But somebody was like, hang something in your window. But I just don't like all that stuff, guys. So you know, I'm plain Jane. I'm plain Jane. So very minimum. Show you guys. And here. These have been amazing. Even though I don't have anyone who has tried it on in the store, but these yellow jumpsuits have done, were golden, my golden jumpsuits. They have done amazing, amazing. They have. And this is the only one I have left. I had them in small, medium, large. I had them all the way up to 4XL. This is an extra large. This is the only one I have. And like I said, I purchased 15 of each size. I only have that one left. But I have a new shipment coming in Wednesday, bitch. I'm gonna stop cursing, y'all. Don't pay me no attention. And even these, I didn't think these was gonna do well, but I only have one of each color left. And I just put these out like 2 days ago. And that's what they are. And then my hats and the pants that goes with these, I have them in that with either this, let me pull this, with either this one or this little girl right here. The pants that goes with them, guys, I know the camera is off, but let me put this back. The pants that I purchased to go with those, I can't keep them in stock. I can't keep them in stock. So here goes some more shirts. Here go a couple of pair of jeans. These. And these are the only kinds of jeans that I have in store. I have these, my Celia jeans, and these are my Sassy jeans. These are the only kind of jeans that I have in store. I did order another brand. These purses, I ordered these in pink and in gray. I ordered 25 of each. I don't have any gray left. I just have those 3 pink. And these things, oh my God, honey. These right here, I ordered them in 2 colors. I only have 2 of each left, which is amazing. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. So, and then my hats, but yeah. And then I have jewelry, but I'm not gonna show you guys all that, but whatever. Okay, so let me talk a little bit to you guys about getting started. If you want to go into a actual space. If you're online, I would suggest, if you don't have a huge following, I would suggest that you do online first. If you don't, let me just say, if you don't have the finances to back you going into a store, I would suggest that you do online first, because you're going to have to think about a lot of things, guys. You're going to have to think about the fees that you're going to have to pay, because you have to register with the state. You have to let me get this stuff out, show you guys what you need. Some of it got my personal address on it. We're not doing that, but you got to register with the state. You have to get your EIN number from the IRS. You have to register with the Secretary of State. You have to do your articles of existence. You have to do your articles of I should know this stuff. I've done it for more than one damn business, but my brain sometimes just stops. You know, when you got as many kids as me, you just can't. You just can't. Sometimes you just be like, girl, let me write it down. Honey, you just can't. Your brain just don't work like it used to. It don't work like it used to. But what is it called with the Secretary of State? My articles of organization, I think that's what it's called. Let me get it, because I got a copy of it right here, because I needed it for something. Yeah, that's what it's called. I can't put my hands on it, but yeah, that's what it's called. And if I'm not correct, I'll link it down below and tell you. And then you also have to, in the state of North Carolina, you have to have a tax ID, because you have to charge taxes on your things. So you have to go through that process and get your tax ID. And you could, all this stuff, really, guys, you could do it online. But what you do with the Secretary of State, you in North Carolina, you can pay for it online, and all of it, everything you could pay for online. They'll email you your confirmation letters, and then you'll have your documentations in maybe a week or two. The only thing that I didn't receive immediately online is when I did my tax, when I registered for North Carolina taxes, because you have to pay taxes in North Carolina. So when I registered for my tax ID in North Carolina, I didn't get that number immediately, because I had been selling online. You have the in North Carolina, they give you the option of paying taxes quarterly, which is every 3 months, or paying them monthly. Because of what I was doing online, I chose the option that I wanted to do them monthly. I didn't want to do them quarterly. I wanted to do them monthly because of the volume that I sell. And we're talking about the government, and they're gonna get their coins. And let me tell you something, I may play with a lot of people. The government, somebody ain't playing with. So I said, let me do this monthly, so I can just, it's on my mind. And my POS system that I use, my reports are printed monthly anyway. Well, I print them every day. But it was just easier for me to do them that way. So I didn't get that, I didn't get my tax ID number immediately. I got it like 7-8 days later. I got it in the mail. And then I called them and I was like, hey, I did this online, blah 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 blah. And the representative I spoke with, she was able to tell me the number, but I got the actual documentation in my hand a week later, like 7-8 days later, I think. And what else? With my POS system, guys, I use Clover. And the only reason I use Clover is because I had a Clover system already that I purchased for $300 a couple of years ago. If I did not have this, I'm gonna just be honest, if I didn't have it, I wouldn't use it. Because Clover charges a lot of unnecessary bullshit fees. I'm gonna just be honest. And this is the one I use. I don't use the register. I just have the mini. I just have the Clover Mini. Let me log in and see. It shouldn't be anything. Well, yeah, it has like my merchant ID number on it, and I don't want you guys to know that. So I'm not gonna flip it around and let you see. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna flip it around and let you see what it look like. Well, let me see if I can put a sheet of paper over that part and just cover that up. The part that I'm covering, it has like personal business information on it. This is what the dashboard looks like. So I don't know if you guys can see it well, but the part I covered has like my merchant ID number on it, and then it has like you know, when I close out, because I close out in 5 hours. I close out every day, and close out, which means that what time you're registered closes out all of the sales for today, and they send that to your bank. So even if you close out at a certain hour, and if you sell something after that hour, it'll go on your next, it'll go with your next batch of sales that goes to your bank. I close out at 10:59 p.m. That's when I close my day out, even though I'm well out of here before then. Well, and if I'm not out of here, I am not seeing customers at that time. So yeah, and it also has stuff about your business online, but that part that I didn't show just has you know, my merchant ID, how I contact you know, customer service, because I hit, it's an incoming call button, and I hit incoming call, and whatever number that I have, that you have registered for them to call you, they'll call you like immediately, and you know, walk you through if you have anything going on with your system. And the closeout button and your total sales for today, all of that is on that side of the screen. And then it is 6 o'clock. I'm leaving. You know, I usually close my store at 7. Here lately I've been staying, because it's the 4th of July weekend, so here lately I've been staying till like 8:30. And I tell you guys, that has done me amazing staying that late, because when I stay that late, within that hour between 7 to 8:30, I at least make an extra $400 to $600 just within the hour, because people are out, they're walking, you know, they're walking through downtown, you know, they don't expect any shops to be open, so they're like, oh, you're open, let me see what you have in here. I think, isn't your shop new, because you wasn't here, I don't remember you being here, let me see. Oh, I love this, can I try this on? Absolutely. So yeah, so I'm here, boo, I'm here, boo, I'm here. So I stay and get those coins, because I'm in business to make money, you know, and I'm in business to succeed in this market, so I'm here. So yeah, so, but yeah, if I didn't already have Clover, that's not who I would have gone with. But I wasn't going to buy another POS, and POS is a point of sales. I wasn't going to buy another POS when I had that one, because they are expensive. This machine that I have now, I don't know how much it is. It's probably over the $299, $300 that I paid for it. To be honest, if I didn't have this system, my bank, because I have my merchant services through my bank, and they have a great system, I just didn't want to, you know, with me just opening my business, I didn't want to, you don't want to put all those resources out there in the beginning. You want to build those resources, and then you want to move to what you want, because right now this is not what I want, but it's what I have, and I'm gonna make it work. And that's one thing that I'm gonna tell you guys, when you're going, it doesn't matter if you had an online store, an online store, and you're moving to a location, you're gonna be putting out more money moving into that location. So you don't have to have everything you want up in the beginning. Like even when I look at my windows and with my signage, do I like the signage that is on my window? Hell no. But it's going to stay there until I get the revenue coming in this building that I want coming in this building. And until I get that consistent revenue monthly coming in, then I'll change the signage. Because people can see, they can see what it is, they can read what it is, they can see my business hours, and they know I'm here. So it's not what I want. I'll get what I want later. But right now it works. So don't go into it feeling like everything has to be perfect and I have to do this, this, and this. You know, as long as you have those main things, as long as you are registered with your state, the Secretary of State, you know, your articles of organization, your articles of existence, you have your documentation with your state, so you can, you know, you have your tax ID so you can charge state taxes. Watch those videos with your state, because they give you videos. I get so many emails weekly from the state with video links. If you don't understand something, watch this, and it walks you through everything, how to do everything, especially with the pandemic. And these states want, you know, businesses to come in and to thrive and to do well, so they're throwing so much information at you. Take advantage of that. Watch it. If you don't understand something, call them. They are there. They are more than glad to talk to you. I haven't spoken to one individual with the state of North Carolina who wasn't happy to talk to me. Not one. I've even, you know, dealt with the SBA about different grants and loan packages, but I don't right now. I just don't think I'm gonna need that, because I had money saved. So, you know, and I'm still praying to God. I know God is going to work everything out. I'm just not worried, because I know that God is going to work everything out. And whenever I get doubt in my mind, guys, I'm telling y'all, God shows up and he shows me. Fool, didn't I say I had you? Didn't I say I had you, fool? Stop doubting me. Let me do what I do. You do what I tell you to do. Let me do what I do, and you're going to be okay. So that's what it is. But as long as you have those things in place with the state that you are in, those are the most important things. Everything else, guys, listen. I'm gonna tell you guys, starting out, Shopify has some great resources. Like if I hadn't already had my system, I would be using Shopify. My website now is through GoDaddy. I wouldn't be using GoDaddy. I would be using Shopify. Once my... Ooh, that's terrible. Sorry. Once my revenue is coming in this building the way I want it to come in this building, I am going to transition and switch everything over to Shopify, because I love their website builders. I love the payment options that they offer for customers, because people don't always have, you know, full amount of money sometimes, and they may have it, but they may need to pay something else. So I would love to offer my customers, you come on my website and you can use Afterpay or another payment system to make purchases from my website. GoDaddy doesn't offer that, so I don't have that on my website. You just have to pay for it all at one time. But with Shopify, you can use, you know, customers can sign up for these third-party payment options and pay that way. You get your money up front, but they have to pay that third-party, you know, person back. But you get your money up front, and I want to be able to offer that to my customers, because that makes a difference. That makes a difference. And, you know, a customer, ooh, I would love to buy this, but I only can afford to spend $40 today, but I only, you know, because I have to pay this bill. You know, with those third-party payment systems, boo, that can work out for you. So once I get more revenue coming in, I'm going to switch my systems over to Shopify from GoDaddy and from my Clover, because Clover and GoDaddy, they don't work together. They don't. Clover really doesn't work well with a lot of other systems. Clover's some bullshit. I'm gonna tell y'all, Clover's some bullshit. If you will think about Clover, don't do that, boo. Don't do that. Because I'm gonna tell you what they do. I'm gonna tell y'all what they do. I'm gonna tell y'all what they do. They charge you to use other systems and other services. One thing I love about GoDaddy is that GoDaddy works with so many other programs. Clover don't do that, boo. Clover charge you for everything. Clover is about them dollars. Like with my website, I can take gift cards that I've made on my website. I can't take gift cards in my store because this Clover machine is fucking crazy, and they want to charge me. They want me to purchase 1,000 gift cards for $1 each. That's $1,000. Not doing that bullshit. And then they want me to, like, they want to charge me a fee for each time a gift card is used. But I kind of sort of have something figured out in my head how I'm gonna get over it, how I'm gonna get by that, because I've made my own gift cards that I'm gonna use. I ain't paying no damn $1,000 for no damn Clover gift cards. I ain't doing none of that. Where I put them? Yeah, so I made my own gift cards that I'm going to use. See? Probably can't see this, taking a little bit to focus. And I kind of figured something out with how I'm gonna do with this clover. I'm gonna start doing them online, because whenever you shop with me online, you know you're shopping through the GoDaddy system and Square, and that's so much more easy. But I don't like Square POS system either. I like Shopify. Shopify has so many things. I mean, you can make your website into it's just so many things that Shopify offer. So if you're just starting out and you have some funds to invest, now that would be a good investment to invest in Shopify. But like I said, I already had this stuff, so I just left it. You know, I said I'm gonna wait until more revenue was coming in before I do that. So let's talk about financing when you're going into a space. Guys, make sure you set a realistic budget, and always set your budget for over what you think you may need. You got to pay your lease. Most places you have to pay electricity. Here with me, my electricity is not included in my lease, so I pay my lease, I pay my electricity. My water and sewage is included. My water, sewage, and trash is included in my lease, so I don't have to pay that. So I have to pay my lease, I have to pay my electricity, I have to pay my internet, and I have to pay my phone. So when you're getting these services, make sure that, okay, first of all, say if your lease is $500, that's your lease, $500. One thing that you can do is you can ask the electric company, okay, this has always been a business. The last business that was in there, what was their average bill for the last 12 months? And they'll tell you what their average bill was. And what I did was, okay, so if their average monthly bill, because before it was a tuxedo shop in here before me, and they were open hours longer than mine. They were here from in the morning to in the afternoon, and they told me, you know, the electricity company told me what their bill was. So what I did was I added $35 to that in my budget. So say, you know, if their bill was $60, I say, well, I'm gonna say mine is going to be $95 a month, because you just never know. Because I know now with the electricity companies, their rates have increased because of COVID and several things. So their rates have increased. So I'm like, so my bill probably will be more than that. So I just, even though I haven't received a first electricity bill yet, that's what I added to it, just to, you know, do my budget. With my phone and internet service, that was easy. That bill is set. I know what that bill is with taxes and everything. That bill is set, so I knew that I didn't have to add anything to that. And then, guys, you have to look at your insurance, because you have to have liability insurance. Don't start a business and don't have liability insurance, honey. If something falls on somebody's head in your business and they sue you for $100,000, you got $100,000 to get these people. You better have liability insurance. Don't be a fool. Liability insurance, liability insurance, liability insurance. I have mine through State Farm. One of the best decisions ever. Love State Farm, because my rate is woo, and my coverages are woo, because I ain't got time. If it's raining outside and somebody walking in your building and the floor is wet and they slip and fall, that's on you. So you better have liability insurance. So, and then also your security. I have a security system that I had put in here. I have a camera system that I have put in here. And that's just, you know, you're investing in a lot of stuff. You have these expensive ass computer systems. You have all of your inventory. You have all of your setup in your store. You better secure that thing, honey. Of course, your liability insurance is going to cover, you know, if any type of fire or storm, you know, break-in, stuff like that. But your security system will help you see that. And with my insurance, me having a security system was a requirement. Me having cameras wasn't a requirement, but my underwriters, they wouldn't write the policy unless I had a security system. But I had my security system in place before I even called them. So they were like, yeah, we can't write it until you have a security system. And I was like, honey, do you need me to send you my insurance certificate? I meant my security certificate. I already had that, but ain't that crazy? I was like, oh yeah. So I'm on the phone and I'm like, well, hold on. And you know, we do everything on our phone. So I just emailed it to him right from my phone, right from my phone. There you go. And you know, it was sent to the underwriter. You know, that was written. So make sure you have liability insurance, guys, and make sure you have. My camera stopped, but you don't have to get security cameras. I did. You don't have to, but I did. That was just my preference, because you know it's me, and I'm a minority owned company. And at night when I leave here, sometimes, you know, I'm by myself. You know, my honey isn't with me sometimes because he works, and he works out of town. So sometimes I'm by myself. So give me a minute, guys. My camera is down. Let me change this camera and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and hopefully this battery lasts, but I don't have a full battery because I haven't been charging my camera, guys, because I just haven't had the time. So I'm gonna plug this battery up that I just took out my camera while we're talking. But guys, yes, a security system is a must. God damn, this damn battery flashing red too. Guys, give me a minute. I'll be back. Let me charge my batteries, because I haven't had this camera up. You know, I haven't charged these batteries in forever. The last video I did was the video I did on the 25th, the day before my grand opening. Today is the 3rd. And even prior to that, I hadn't been charging my batteries. So let me charge, at least get this battery charged for at least, you know, 30 minutes. And then I'll be back and I'll give you guys more information. And I hope this video is helpful to someone. I hope it's very helpful. But yeah, let me charge these batteries and then I'll be back, my loves. Okay, my loves, I am back. And of course, it's the following day, guys. By the time my battery recharged, I had got really busy. So I just didn't have time to finish my video yesterday. So I said, let me come back and finish it up today. I think I remember where I left off, guys. I was talking to you guys yesterday, and I was talking about security and alarm systems, and your insurance, things like that. And let me tell you why that's important. When I got here today, right before I turned this camera on, I set my camera up, and I was getting ready to turn it on. Now, I'm in here by myself most days. I'm in here by myself. If I'm in here when it's almost night or nightfall, if my honey isn't here with me, a friend is here with me, or like my kids or whatever, but during the daytime I'm here by myself. And just now, like I said, I was setting my camera up and I was sitting here doing a few things, and a guy came in the store, and I can tell how he was looking. He was looking around for security stuff. Just so I asked him how he was doing. I didn't move from my seat because I am licensed to carry. I do have a firearm in here, and where I'm sitting, I had my hand on it. Now, I'm not saying I'm trying to shoot nobody, but I'm trying to tell you, if you come in here and before I allow you to hurt me, you'll get carried out of here, because I'm not playing those games. So you know, and I told him, I said, I see you're looking around, you know, with my cameras for my security system. What's going on? And he said, oh, I just walked into the wrong store. But he looked like he was under the influence of something. I mean, it's warm outside. He was sweating really bad. His pupils were dilated. He looked like he was under the influence of something. I asked him, I said, you know, are you okay? You need some water? You need me to call, you know, any assistance for you, because you don't look okay? Because he didn't look okay. He really didn't. But he just said, no, I just walked into the wrong store. And then he left. So I watched him walk down the block, because one of the cameras that I have at my store, I can see how I have it facing. I can see it, you know, in all directions. So I picked up my phone, and I could see it from my phone, and I watched him walk down the block until I couldn't see him anymore. But I say that just to say security is very important in your store. It's very important. It's very, very, very important, because like I said, during the daytime, you know, it's usually just me here. I'm not here with someone else unless it's close to night or nighttime. That's when other people are here with me. So guys, do not skimp when it comes to your security. Do not skimp when it comes to your liability insurance, because if there would have been a situation in here with him, my liability insurance would have kicked in on certain things for me, for my protection. So don't skimp when it comes to your liability insurance. And when you get your liability insurance, talk to your insurance company about everything that they offer. Don't just get a basic plan. Make sure it's personalized and it covers you for any possible scenario that could possibly happen in your store, because you never know. So don't skimp on your liability insurance. Don't skimp on your security. And most insurance companies are gonna require you to have a security system anyway. Most of them won't require you to have a monitoring system, where a camera system that monitors the inside and outside. I just choose to do that for me and my protection, because if someone breaks in here, I want to be able to see who it was. If something happens while I'm in here, I want the law enforcement to be able to see who it was, because these camera feeds just don't come to my phone. They go to my security company and they go to law enforcement. So set yourself up for success. Don't set yourself up to be in a situation. Yesterday, I know I talked a little bit about the finance portion and how I set my budget but I don't remember how detailed I got into it. And to be honest, I didn't watch my footage from yesterday to see how detailed I got into it, because guys, my brain be 100 different places and I do so much stuff. But I can tell you, when you know what your lease is, that's a set amount. Your phone and your internet services, that's a set amount. If you have a POS system, if you're paying per monthly for those systems, that's a set amount. So those are all amounts that you can put on your budget. And then with your power, if you pay power, water, gas, whatever, call those utility companies and get the average bill for those bills the previous 12 months with the previous tenant, especially if they were a retail space. And if you're using it something similar to what they were, and add at least anywhere from $30 to $50 on that, because now most of these utility companies have increased their rates, so it's going to be more than that. So just add those few dollars on there. And also add in to budget for things like you're gonna need your price tags. They run out, so you're gonna need those. So add that to your budget. Add your price tags to your budget. Just add your basic supplies to your budget. You may want to go to a local office supply store like Staples. What else is there? I use Staples, guys. So and get an account with that store. You may want to do that, so you could buy what you need, but you're billed monthly, and that monthly bill is based on what you spend. Or you can just buy it out. It really just depends on what you want to do. And also set your monthly budget for your inventory that you're going to buy. You need to add all these things to your monthly budget. You need to sit down and add all of this stuff. To me, in a month, I probably I haven't, my store hasn't been open for a month, but what I spent on my inventory, because of course I buy wholesale, but what I've spent on my inventory, and I purchased a lot of inventory, so what I've probably spent $3,000 on inventory. So set your budget for what you want on your inventory. With your store fixtures, I purchased my store fixtures from I have it saved. I have their app saved in my phone. I purchased it from, and they are so affordable, but I never remember their name. I always have to go to their app, child. Let me turn this down, because I'm not talking that loud, guys. I'm tired. I was up all night. I purchased mine from stores. It's storesupply.com. And they pretty much have anything that you can think of that you need for your store, from bags to displays to hangers, to mannequins, your store operations, registers. StoreSupply.com has so much stuff. So I purchase most of my things from Store Supply. Some of my other things, like my jewelry, the things that holds my jewelry, I purchase those with my Amazon business account because I received a discount. So that's another thing. You want to set up a business account with Amazon, guys. You really want to do that. And if you can afford to have your credit pulled, you want to get the Amazon business credit card, because you want to do every possible thing you can to build your business credit. And one thing people may not tell you, and this is one of the most important things other than setting up your stuff with your state, open a business banking account. Because whatever organization you deal with as far as business credit, your business, according to that organization, wasn't, of course they're going to look at your paperwork with the Secretary of State, but when you're looking at business credit like loans, grants, and all that stuff, your business really didn't exist until you open up a business bank account according to organizations who you may want to get loan money or grant money from. So they look at your business start date as the date you open your business bank account. So the same time you were filing all of your paperwork with these states, open your business banking account and go with a bank that charges zero fees for you to have that business bank account open and don't require you to have a certain amount in the bank. One of the best places for you to find those banks, the SBA website, Small Business Association, their website. Go to their website and look for their lenders who do SBA loans. Now you don't have to do a loan with those lenders, guys, but just look at the different banks that are there, because 90% of those banks, if not more, offer free business checking and savings account. And you can have, with some of those banks, you can have, I bank with one of them. I'm not going to tell you which one I bank with, but what I can say is you can have numerous banks accounts with those business. And with your business, you want to have numerous banks accounts. You want an account for your accounts payables. You want an account for your accounts receivables. You want an account for your let me look at my stuff, what all I have. Let me pull. Why am I closing my laptop? My brain is just, guys, I've been up all night. I'm really tired. I'm sorry. Like I said, I just don't have the energy that I had yesterday. I know my computer isn't dead. Ugh. But I can tell y'all every banking account that I have, because I have separate bank accounts for certain things. And when I say account, I don't want to say accounts payable, because that's really kind of a lie, because that's not how I set it up. Let me tell you how I set my stuff up. And to me, it just makes sense, really, because it depends on what I'm paying. Because I have an account that all of my funds that go to, that I have to pay to, anything that I have to pay to the state of North Carolina, I have a business account just for that. Any time that I'm purchasing any type of inventory for my store, I have an account just for that. Anytime that I'm purchasing supplies just for my store, I have an account just for that. And the reason why I set my accounts up like that is because you may need to know quickly how much you were paying for blah 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 blah, and instead of going through one account and having to pull those transactions out and then calculate it, well, you know what, this is the only account that I do this for. I have an account that just the utilities and the lease for my store will come out of. So like, I have an account that my electricity and my phone and internet and my insurance for here, my liability insurance, my security system, and my lease, all of that comes out of one account. So because it's, like I said, it's easier for me to pull it that way. And then with how the door open, guys, sorry. And how I have certain things set up, you know, with the IRS and with the state. It's just easier for me to do it that way, because I can look back, I can say, well, in June I paid this for my operations, and my operation accounts is that account with my lease and my insurance and my security system and my utilities. That's my operational account. That's what I, you know, that's labeled as my operational account. And you know, like with my store inventory, that's labeled as, you know, my inventory account. That's how I have my separate account set up. It just it names what it's for, and I make sure I'm only making and purchases for what that is for. You know, and if you're applying for certain loans and certain grants or whatever for your business, that also makes it easier when you're providing your banking information to those organizations, because they don't have to pull through everything. You can say, well, this is my account for this, this is my account for this, this is my account for this, you know. And then I have an account when, you know, when you purchase something from me from online, or when you purchase something in the store, any money coming in to my business, I have a receivables account. And of course I had the receivables account attached to my other accounts, so I can move money from that account to the other account. And I also have a business savings account. So, you know, it's up to you guys how you set your stuff up, but to me that's easier and it makes more sense to do it that way. What else is there that I think I need to tell you guys about that I didn't tell you guys about? Oh, and let's talk about vendors, guys. I love you guys, but I'm not gonna tell you guys my vendors. But let me tell you guys the quickest way to find great vendors. First of all, US vendors is the only way you guys need to be going. Not to downplay any of these international vendors, because there are some great international vendors, but the shipping costs can get you. They can. And the time to ship can get you. And with COVID and all these other diseases overseas, I just ain't got time. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for that shit. I'm just trying to tell you. So what you need to do when you are searching for vendors, go online, talk to Siri, go to Google, and type in what you're looking for. If you're looking for, say you're looking for a plus size women's vendor, and let me tell you exactly what you type in, because this will make it easier for you guys, because it's a lot of US vendors out there, and some of them have quality products, some of them don't. And let me tell y'all this before I forget, because there's a vendor out there, Bell Wholesale or Bell something, and you see a lot of nice stuff on their website. Don't believe hype. Now, if you can buy that stuff and wear yourself, but to put in your boutique, no ma'am. Most of that material is really cheap. Once you wash it, it's over. And this is something that this is your brand, this is your boutique. You don't want to sell something that's trashy and then people are like, girl, don't buy nothing from that boutique, because I bought this and I followed the washing instructions and it was a mess. This is what happened to it. A lot of that stuff feel like plastic. And one thing you need to realize is what's considered polyester in the US may not be what's considered polyester in China, because that's what's coming from. What's considered 100% cotton in the US may not be what's considered 100% cotton in China. You know, these materials feel differently. The sizes are different. So don't do that to yourself. Now, if you want it just to play around and just wear it for yourself, that's okay. But don't do that to yourself, because most of the stuff comes from cheap or whatever you call it. Whatever. I don't want to really bash any of these sites, but I'm just telling you, if you want quality stuff in your boutique, don't do that, because that ain't right, boo. But what I'm gonna tell you is what you should Google. Say you're looking for plus size women clothes. Get on Google, type in plus size women wholesale vendors in US plus size wholesale vendors. Guys, my brain, I'm sorry. Get on Google and type in plus size wholesale women vendors in California. A million of them are gonna pop up. When I tell you guys, the fashion district in California is fucking amazing. A million of them are gonna pop up. One thing that you need to stay away from, the vendors that do not require you to submit your Secretary of State documentation or your tax IDs, stay away from those, because their quality be a little shaky. Just stay away from those, because if those are vendors that are really about it, and those are vendors who really deal with a lot of companies, they want to make sure that you are a reputable boutique. And if you are reputable, you have your documentations. And it may take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours for them to verify. They do verify it. But if they don't require any documentation, don't fool with that, guys. Don't fool with that. And once you are approved to shop their sites, go ahead and order a couple of samples. You know, and be rough with the stuff. Be rough with it to make sure, because you don't know how your customers treat things. You know, so be rough with it to make sure that it's something that carries, you know, your brand the way that you want it to. Like I said, you don't want someone to buy something and the quality is trash. But you know, Google what you're looking for, but make sure you're Googling, you're being very specific, and you're Googling a specific city or state. Okay, make sure you're doing that. But I'm telling you guys, there are many great vendors in California. There are many great vendors in New York. There are many great vendors in Georgia. Many great ones. Those are where my vendors are. So, you know, Google it, see what you can find, get your documentations together, and, you know, submit it and go from there. And then some of the vendors may have some of the same products, so shop around for prices, because what one vendor, you know, one vendor may have, like for example on my website, you know, my love pants, you know, I have them in pink and white. I just ordered them, and I had them in black too, but they sold out quickly. You know, I had a vendor who was selling them for $21 a pair, and then I had a vendor who was selling them for $11 a pair. Same jean, I meant same pants, same quality. So who you think I went with? The one that was selling for $11 a pair, right? Because then I was able to purchase more. So shop around for, you know, when it comes to your vendors, because especially if you're looking for a certain product. So, you know, shop around and see who all has it and see who has the best price. And sometimes you can contact these vendors directly. Hey, you're selling this for blah 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 blah, this vendor has it for blah blah, but I see your shipping is quicker. How close can you get to that price for me? You know, and if they want to rock and roll, and if they want to gain your business, they gonna match that price, because I've done that. You know, they're gonna match that price, and it is what it is. Because my vendor who I purchased some stuff from, I've seen stuff where their stuff was at least $10 to $15 more than other vendors, but their shipping is quick. You can order something from them at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You're going to get your shipping label at 5:30 telling you they already dropped it off with the UPS. Because where they are, UPS must be 24/7. It has to be. And I have my stuff either, if not the next day, the following day. Their shipping is awesome. So I said, look, yo, your stuff costs this much, but theirs is this much. We gotta come. We gotta come to a happy medium. And to be honest, of course, I didn't tell them that I would have paid their price because their shipping is so fast. But I won't tell them that. So yeah, shop around for your vendors, and guys, really start in California, because when I tell you, California has so many vendors with so many things. I can be completely honest, I can get all of my stuff from California. I really could, but I don't, because there are just so many other business vendors that I want to support, because you know, with my boutique, I support my vendors, the owners of my vendors are either a minority, they are a member of the LGBTQ community, so, and I support those vendors, or they're owned by women, and I support those vendors because those are the vendors who are least supported. And I'm a woman-owned business, I'm a minority, you know, so I support those businesses because I want people to support me, because I'm a part of that community. So that's why I support my vendors, and that's why I don't get all of my products from California. I get them from other states as well. But you know, type in what you're looking for, but just make sure you're typing in those specific cities or states, and be careful when you open it up, because Google will, because some vendors do have stuff listed like they're US based when they're not. So when you open up their website, the first thing you need to do is go to contact us. And if you go to contact us and you see their number is plus 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, you know they're not US based. And you can only contact them through email, that ain't US based. Close that shit out and go to something else. So guys, I think that's it. Oh, and one more piece of advice, and I know I talked to you guys about it yesterday, but when you go in, guys, it is okay for you not to have everything set the way you want it. Don't not start because you don't have everything perfect. Come in, work, build your revenue, and build things as you go. Because like I said yesterday, my display window to my shop, I ate it. Now I could easily go online and put money in buy signs and have them customized for it, but I'm not going to do that yet. And I'm telling y'all guys, where I make my signs, I use Vistaprint. You know, I just take the measurements of what you want, make sure it's not too big for your, you know, your windows. I use Vistaprint, and I could go on there and redo my windows, but I'm not going to do that yet because right now it works. So everything doesn't have to be perfect. You know, people know what Celia Jean Boutique is because I'm already here. I'm so excited because I've already been approached by the radio station because of who I am in this community. I'm thankful that I've always been a person that, you know, in this community, I've always been me. I've always been who I am. And I've always tried my best to treat people the right way. So when I had some of my friends from the chamber, you know, bring a representative from one of our local radio stations down, and they want to come and interview me for on Tuesday. So, and I'll probably do another video with that, you know, after the interview, and we'll see when it's going to air and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm just thankful that I have always been me, and I've always been a person that, you know, because I've always worked in this community, from being a foster care social worker to owning your life coaching and consulting, which is something that, you know, hopefully we're getting to the end of this COVID thing, and those are services that are going to start back up in September or October. I'm still working on that. So I'm just glad that I've always been in a place to where I don't burn bridges with people, and that I try my best to be fair and it's shown. It's shown. And I'm just thankful, and I'm just grateful that, you know, I prayed about things, I manifested about things, and I just said, God, just show me, and He has. So guys, don't water down your dreams, and don't put it off until tomorrow, because if you keep putting it off until tomorrow, tomorrow will not come. Tomorrow will not come. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just go ahead and get started, babies. Just go ahead and get started. Just go ahead and get started. If y'all have any questions or comments, just, you know, comment them down below. If you are embarrassed and don't want to comment them down below, you can send me an email. I put my email, well, you know, my email is always, you know, listed below. So I'll put my email, I'll make sure my email is there. You can also email me at celiajeanboutique@gmail.com. You can give me a call, 704-431-4644. That is my boutique number. If you know you have any questions, if there's anything that I can do to help you, please, you know, other than tell you my vendors, because I ain't gonna do that. But if there's anything that I can do to help you, I definitely will, guys, because someone had to help me. No one told me they're vendors. I had to find my own vendors, but, you know, someone had to help me, especially if you are in that minority group and you were trying to get started. Not saying that I don't support people who are not in that group, so don't take what I'm saying out of content. Don't do that. I was talking too much, guys. My camera cut off. But like I said, don't take what I'm saying out of content, because that's not what I mean. But sometimes it's just harder for minorities, because sometimes we don't have those resources or that support, and other people just don't get it. Other people just don't get it. If it's difficult for you to understand things that you don't live through. But guys, get started. It doesn't have to be perfect. Get started and use what you have. Don't put it off, because when you put it off, you're gonna keep putting it off. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, call me, email me, comment down below. Whatever I can do to help you guys out, I definitely will. You know, find your audience. You know, and that's one thing I didn't say. You know, decide who your target audience is going to be. You know, so find your niche. That's what that means. And just have that confidence, and just step out on faith and do it. Talk to God or whoever your higher power is, you know, and just pray about it, manifest about it. You know, guys, we are our own worst enemy. There are so many times that I've talked myself out of things that I know I would fucking rock at. You know, so just get out there and do it, and just trust God and trust the process, and just do it. You know, guys, just do it. Just do it. But I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I know my energy in this portion of the video wasn't as much, but babies, I am tired. I've been up all night. It is 4:08. I'm at my store now. I'm gonna stay here till 7. I just don't have that energy today. But guys, I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Be blessed, my loves.